All right, and I guess we are live. Let me just get the comments up and running here. Okay, hello everybody, and welcome to another Conscious Living Toolbox live stream on YouTube. Hello, Reina. Thank you
Yes.
so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much, Ruan. Little bit of clearing on the throat chakra.
Love it.
Thank you for everybody who is joining us live, whoever is watching on the replay. I'm very, very, very excited for this session, to be honest with you. So looking forward to it.
Likewise. All right, everybody watching us on YouTube, utilize the chat box, say hello. We love to interact with you guys as well. So thank you for everybody that's tuning in live. Go into now moment. All right, so today we are tapping into the now moment. So that's going to be our topic of discussion. And as with everything in life, everything is speeding up. And with everything speeding up, it forces us to think ahead. And the moment we start thinking ahead, we automatically tap out of the now moment. So, Reina, how often do you find yourself falling out of the now moment?
I love your question. Maybe a better question will be how often do I fall into the now moment? Because this is a very rare occasion nowadays. I've had a crazy busy summer. The kids had chicken pox. I had an event. We had our event, our amazing symposium. Then I had another event, as we've talked about. And then I felt guided to start throwing things away and, making space for the new. And I haven't been present. Thus, it spiked like a curiosity within me. Okay, so if I'm not present in this now moment, then how can I access a better version of myself? How can I shift instead of boxing in one place all the time, stressing out and doing? How can I just tap into being? So yes, recently nowadays it's very, very, very often that I'm not in the now moment. But the way to go, giving yourself so much grace if you catch yourself that you are not in the now moment and then bringing yourself back in. So yeah, I hope this answers your question. What about yourself?
Yeah, well, tapping into the now moment. As I mentioned, because everything's so fast paced and everything happening and wanting a reaction from us, it's just like one blow after one after the other. Then before you know it, the whole day is gone, the whole week is gone, half of the year is already gone. Right, we're already past halfway of the year, and it just started. So it's so easy to fall out of the now moment.
Mm-hmm.
So, one thing that I would like to guide us in through is to change our perspective, right? What came to me today was there's no such thing as past, present, and future. There's just this now moment and whatever is happening. So, because we react and plan ahead, we don't focus on what is present, then we lose track and we can't show up as authentically as we can for whatever is demanding our immediate attention. So if we, let's say for instance, um, let's use the example of kids come on and say they got a project due for school, right, which is tomorrow, and your brain automatically there that it must be done now, and there's still like there must still be dinner must still be made, which is more like a direct task which needs to happen. So then prioritizing what is needed in this now moment is much more um, prioritizing is
Yeah.
also helping you to put more come back into the now moment. So it also requires us to be consciously aware of okay, what is our priority list. So that could be step number one is to tap into the now moment is prioritize.
Definitely. I certainly agree. Sometimes I don't know whether you have found it for yourself. For me, sometimes it's like really hard to prioritize. And it's like, okay, like what is more important, especially um if your mind is like, oh, but I want to do this and I want to do that, and you are already out of this now moment. This is like already a default human reaction to be out of that now moment as well. So definitely, I think coming back to center, it's so important. That's why your like energy practices, your meditation, calming your mind, your breath work, anything that your support tools that you do on a daily basis that are part of your morning routine or evening routine, or part of your coping with life, if you want, mechanisms. It's so important. So you bring yourself back into balance, because I think if you don't, then struggle is imminent, and struggle is just a perception, of not considering yourself being enough, of not appreciating how far you have come, of beating yourself up, criticizing and judging yourself. We had a lovely discussion last night in our mastermind about those. Really good, thought-provoking discussion going on there. I really appreciate
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
So
So one
definitely,
thing
yeah.
when it comes about present, so
Mm-hmm.
our mind is always attention driven. So it's whether it be attention for the immediate or in future or stuff that happened in the past.
Mm-hmm.
So our mind is outside of the concept of the now moment. That is what meditation does. You have to funnel your mind from bringing it out from out there and bringing it in here. That's why with meditation practices, okay, focus on your breath. So if you focus on your breath, it automatically brings you back into your body, because our
Mm-hmm.
body is always in the now moment. So whenever you find yourself detached from the now moment, just come back to your body, because it's impossible for your body to be outside of the now moment.
Yeah,
So
yeah, that's really good.
yeah,
That's really good. I mean, and there is also like techniques such as, bringing back spirit to you, your spirit, your body, if you feel
mm,
like you are detached, and, tapping, I think, tapping and like bring back my energy, bring back my spirit, especially if you're like in like stressful situations, if you find yourself that you are experiencing things as panic attacks or anxiety attacks, for example. If you have like five things that you can focus on, which is, can I smell something, what can I see, what can I hear, what can I touch, and there's one more sense, which one I missed. So you can bring fully back to the now moment, then, because I see a lot of people, and me as well, I fall sometimes into this kind of being stressed, or an older version of myself. I have experienced quite a lot this summer, older aspect of myself, where I used to be years and years ago, and I was like, wow, this is so interesting, this comes to the surface. Why is she coming back? When I realized that, well, she has come back because she needs to heal, that she needs to let this go now,
mm,
because there is no longer space for this, and that's okay. And then I sat with her, and I sat without all that self-judgment and all that self-criticism, old habits, and then I tuned into that now moment, and I'm like, okay, who do I choose to be right now? Because this is your own personal choice, nobody else's choice. It's like, who do you choose to be right now? So even if you're stressed or if you're sad, you can choose to be something else. As simple as this. You can certainly, and then it might take a few times to bring it into a fully embodied version, but you certainly can, can't you?
yeah. No, you certainly
So,
can, and also because um, there's no such thing as past, present, or future. Everything is in the now moment, meaning that the past version of yourself is also present in this now moment.
mhm,
And you can go back to any now moment, which is the key to tap into that memory.
yeah.
So if that version comes up to heal, then you have to go back to that timeline when that version of yourself was present, And
Mm-hmm.
then once you can feel that experience, you can tap into that flow of what it was, and then you can be the parent that you never had and be the parent for that version of yourself.
So, so true. So true
So,
and so soul liberating as well.
yeah, definitely. And Sam also, hello Sam. So Sam asks, is there any tips on catching yourself out of the now moment?
Mhm.
So yeah, it's being out of the now moment is when we are too preoccupied about what's happening in the future and or too preoccupied what happened in the past. And that you like bounce between that as like a like a boat blobbing around on the ocean, and
Mhm.
without the sails being set into a set direction. So it comes down to intention as well. What is your intention for whatever you are doing?
Mhm.
So if you finding yourself either too occupied with the future or too occupied with the past, what is your intention for what you are currently doing? Is your intention to heal the past, or is your intention to go forward to a certain destination in the future? If it is to reach a certain destination in the future, then what can you do in this now moment to get you to that place? Because that's the steps we need to follow, because we can't just jump to that area and run there. There's steps that we need to go. So to come catch yourself is to find, okay, figure out first, are you in the past or the future? And then take a deep breath in, get out of your mind into your body, because as I mentioned earlier, your mind is in all the places, but your body is always in the present. So connect to the present, focus on the breath, do some spinal breathing, which is good. So just imagine the base of your spine, breathing in air from there. That means you root yourself and your consciousness, excuse me, into the present moment. And then from there, you can start taking stock of what is around you and what resources you have to available to your means that you can move forward.
Mhm. Absolutely. Yeah, and just to fill in a little bit there as well, if you feel like your energy is back in in the past, is it a reflection again with the power of your intention? Are you leaking energy? Are you playing the blame game? Are you victimizing yourself of what should have, would have, could have gone wrong or right or in a different way? It's unnecessary energy leak. If you catch yourself that you're doing that, again, as Ron said, just bring yourself back to your body. It's absolutely unnecessary. It's going to put you into struggle. You have no control over it as it has already gone. But what you have control over is where you live emotionally right at this moment of time. So if you are not changing it the way you are living emotionally, you are choosing to be there then.
Mm,
So with your like attention and intention, again, tune in and really observe yourself. It's a lot of internal work, as I said, a lot of soul liberating work that is very, very, very rewarding when you do it. It can be
mm.
hard in the beginning, but don't put yourself out of it. Don't dig deep if it's not present, but whatever it's coming up to the surface, don't repress it. Just allow it to be and then tune from that place.
Yes, definitely. And just to come into this current now moment, I just want to invite everybody just to come and take a couple of breaths with me, and let's just anchor in the now moment. So, as we mentioned earlier, our body is always present in the now moment. Unless you've accomplished time travel and teleportation, then well done. Please show us how to do that. But as far as my understanding, every one of us is always in the now moment through our bodies. And that's what makes life possible, is our bodies. That's why we have to be grateful for our bodies, because it taps us in to this now moment. So let's take a couple of deep breaths. We're just going to do box breathing, 4 seconds in, hold for 4 seconds, breathe out for 4 seconds, and then hold for 4 seconds, all the while focusing as deep as you can into your body. Like with each round, just try to go a layer deeper. The deeper you can go into your body, the deeper you anchor yourself into the now moment. All right, so let's take a deep couple of breaths into our nose. And hold. And exhale. And hold. And inhale. And hold. And exhale. And hold. And inhale. And hold. And exhale. And hold. And on the next inhale, I invite you to take a deep, full belly breath in and expand your belly. And hold. Now I invite you to push down your air down and expand your belly as far as you can. And then just tighten your spine and just squeeze your buttocks and just feel the energy connecting. And you can exhale and release. And whenever you want to tap into the now moment, just come back to your breath. Come back to your body. And thank you all for tapping into the now moment. It's as simple as that, and especially if we're doing tasks that is that demands our attention and that we don't become consciously aware. While we're doing a task, you can just breathe and anchor into the body. And whenever we do a task and we breathe in, we then, instead of just using our brain power, we're then using our whole body energy system, because we've got more power that we can utilize from all our energy systems within our body, which facilitates processing power as well. So you will show up as a better version just by tapping into your body as well.
Brilliant. Thank you. It was such a lovely exercise, definitely tapping you into the now moment and really calming those brain waves, tapping us into being. Because at the end of the day, we don't have to prove to be a status, to be somebody, to rush all the time. Just by being here with your beautiful, beautiful energy, breathing this amazing air, enjoying life and living, choosing to live your life in grace and be like a little kid, in awe for every day, saying, thank you, God, thank you, universe, for another day here, for another moment that I can make a massive difference, that I can smile, that I can be kind. It costs absolutely nothing. And in this world of craziness that we live right now, when we have a lot of collective stuff going on that we need to release and let go of, choose to be that shining star, choose to be that light that people can look up to, choose to lead by example, by being this person, by holding this high frequency, that high vibration, that light that we are all within.
Definitely. And what's coming to mind is that we are all, if you are consciously aware, you automatically become a lighthouse to people. And now, if we become a lighthouse, if we have to look at the examples that we get about the lighthouse, they're all built on very dangerous places. They're not built in the middle of on an island with there's no rocky shores in, right? the bigger the lighthouse, the more dangerous the area is around, and the more we need to shine our light to tell people, like, okay, stay away from this area,
Mm-hmm.
follow the guiding light to either stay clear, or if you need refuge, to come closer and let take care of each other. So yeah, when it comes to the now moment as well, is there are some people that we came to come to serve, right? Some people we have to interact with, and some we need to steer clear from where we are currently at, so that for their own benefit, right? So we're not here to help everybody to say, okay, let me work with you one on one. No, those that come to you to work with you one on one, those are that are need your help the most. But for most people that we're going to encounter in life, is not to draw them closer, but to show them, don't steer clear from this area, do this instead of that. So be that example for everybody that you meet, whether it be one on one, or whether it just be an example for how to live life. And most of the people will only watch from afar, they won't approach.
You are so right, actually. And for those of you who, if you are attracted to our channel, to our work that we do with Ruan and we have been doing for the last almost a year now, um, you are probably a light worker and a weight shower. And that's why you are attracted. So you, as well as us, probably are wondering, where do you belong? And you'd belong. You don't have to belong to some certain place that is established, in a certain area of life. If it comes to work, or you are just enough. You do belong to this world. So keep shining, and um, you might not be, you might be a leader. You might not be somebody who needs to join somewhere certain in terms of belonging. So just be you, the most authentic part of yourself, the one that is responsible for creating your beautiful life, your best life, the life where you're going to be grateful. We only have this one life, regardless of what is happening around you, regardless of how other people are choosing to live their life. And if you are a light worker and you see a lot of struggle around you, you are not crazy. Nothing is wrong with you. You are that person who is courageously stepping up forward to be that first person that people can follow. There is a lot of energetics behind that, and it's a lot of responsible work as well on a soul level. Don't doubt yourself for a moment and drop any kind of comparison to anybody else around you. The only comparison within yourself yesterday and how you choose to live your life in literally every now moment.
Definitely. And on the topic of where do you belong, and thank you, Nigel. I love your answer. I belong to me. And also, if you're a light worker and you feel like, okay, you don't feel at home, right? Come back to your body. Come back to your now moment, right? Because home is where your heart is. Because wherever your heart beats, that's where you are, right? In the physical. For this moment, you experience your life is here now because you are in this physical body. And tapping out early is not a option because you work so hard to get here in the first place. So don't give up on your dreams or the vision that you hold for this planet. Yes, it doesn't always look like there's progress, but change happens slow. It's going to take generations. But
Yes.
you're here to lay foundations and to heal generation traumas and to break patterns. And nobody said it's going to be easy. We all
Yeah.
knew it's not going to be easy. For us showing up here in the most amazing time to be alive, we've never been here before,
Hmm.
and we've came here because it's a challenge, and we accepted our physicality, and we are in the physical for a reason, because this is where our manifestations happen, right? We take something in the non-physical and make it physical, And that can only happen through the now moment once you own who you are and you
Absolutely.
belong wherever your heart beats. So if you find yourself traveling alone on the road, you at home. If you find yourself with friends, you at home. If you find yourselves with family, you at home. Wherever you are, there you'll find yourself.
Such a beautiful thing. Absolutely so true. And accept, like we do encourage this since we have been working together in every single life. I think we do mention that accept yourself for who you are, truly. Every single aspect, your light and your shadow, the things that you don't accept about yourself, accept it. It's there for a reason. It is there to be healed, it's there to be observed. It could be coming from generation, from ancestral lines. And if you take the responsibility to heal that with the power of your intention, this is an amazing work that you're doing for people who have passed on the other side from generations and generations
Mm,
before you, passing it equally to the generations to come. So be that light, accept yourself truly for who you are, accept your physical, that it's unique. There is no other such person as you to look like you. Our fingerprints are different. Every single person in the whole world has different fingerprints. This is so amazing, right? Our voices
mm,
are different. There is no one with the same voice. This is so great. Except for your mental state, wherever it is, accept it, because if you accept it and you acknowledge it where you are, if it is not serving you, then you have the choice to shift it in a better, more constructive mindset. Accept your emotional being, all your traumas, everything that you have gone through your life. It has shifted you and it has shaped you to be the person that you are today. So no matter what kind of struggles you have gone through, and I'm sure you have, as every single one of us have come here for different lessons. And some can be very tragic events that we have gone through. Accept it. Accept it, and you wouldn't be the person you are today to survive and to thrive, even if you don't see it sometimes. You are amazing, beautiful, beautiful person. Accept your spirituality as well, everything that you don't see, everything that you can feel, that it's coming from the universe. Accept all of that, every single laugh of oh yeah, that's it, English is disappearing. Every single aspect of your multidimensional being, accept all of it. You are amazing, you are unique. Love yourself unconditionally from the bottom of your heart. Only then you can then upgrade yourself to the next best version of yourself, so you can live that life that you desire and that you deserve so much.
definitely beautifully said. And all of our lives, everything, we have everything that we need to survive. Our body is a temple for our spirit. Our eyes are the windows to the soul, right? And what we see is we see through the eyes of the divine, right? And when coming back to um, the now moment, something physical that we can do if you find yourself, okay, you want to tap into the now moment, we got something called our hands, right? And we got lines on our hands which represents different parts of our being, and it's a roadmap at the end of the day. But also, we don't need to know everything. It's like a car. We don't know exactly how an automatic transmission works, but we can drive it. We can use it to get from point A to point B. That's exactly the same as our physical body. We don't understand exactly how our body works, but we can still drive it. So I invite you guys to take a look at both your hands, right? You'll see on the side where your small finger is, there's a little line. Sorry, let's see if it can focus this in here. Right, on the side of both your hands, there's your heart line, which is over there, all right? But if you follow the line that goes off your side of your hand by your small finger, your pinky finger, and connect those two on both hands like this,
Mm-hmm.
right? So once you connect them, you'll see, then go to your pinky fingers and you'll see, look at your hands, and those lines on your pinky fingers, they automatically touches each other as well,
Mm-hmm.
right? Now fold your hands, you'll feel the energy starting to connect already in your body. Then on these two fingers, connect those lines and follow to your middle fingers, connect those lines, and your thumb, right? Now I've done it, I feel getting chills all through my body because we automatically connect the yin and yang energies of our body and connect the circuits, right? Now, if you take a deep breath in as deep as you can, you're anchoring deeper and deeper into the now moment because you focus on your hands. And if you want to open your channels even more, open your fingers up. Let there be space in between, right? And if you really want to make more space, open it up and just turn your fingertips towards each other as it is, and just release all tension and just let it be. The longer you stay like this, the more energy you build up. You're charging your own energy body, own energy systems, and you have more energy to do the task in this now moment, as is. How do you feel, Reina?
I feel lovely. Thank you so much.
Amazing.
Amazing. It's been so nice to have this conversation about the now moment. Do we have any comments or questions?
Well, we got a couple of um, comments. Sam says, brilliant guys, even with teleportation, wouldn't you just be in a different now moment? 100% yes.
Absolutely.
And then Nigel said, well, that is powerful. Thanks to you. Then he also said, yes, where do I belong? I belong to me. Then Sam says, I do believe we chose to be here. So, yes, I agree. Home is where we are now. And yes, Nigel, Power of the Now. Eckhart Tolle is a very powerful book as well. And then Nigel said, great words, Raina. And
Thank
Sam
you.
says, so true, Raina. And Nigel said, trust. Thank you so much for everybody that's tuned into another session of the Conscious Living Toolbox, tapping into the now moment. Let us know if this has been helpful, practical tips. If you have something that resonated with you, leave that also in the comments below. Or if something else that we've missed, please enlighten us as well. We love
Yes,
to learn, and we're all here to learn from each other as well.
absolutely. Amazing.
Yeah. So thank you, Raina. Thank you to all the listeners. We love you. We appreciate you. And until the next one,
Until then,
live long
and
and
prosper.
prosper. Bye bye, guys.
Bye bye.